All our movies are in the $1 million price range, so we hover around $1 million. 95% of the stuff we do is private financing. About 5% comes from a production company or will come from someone who's in the film business. But most of the time, you have to get resourceful. People invest in people. And you have to think outside the box because it's tougher to go to the old funding sources. So now you have to get people who are passionate, people who believe in what you're working on, and it has to make sound financial sense. You got to have meaningful relationships because that's how pretty much everything I build or we have together, whether it's my company or the people I work with, it's meaningful. They care, and we want to make a difference. And then for me, it's always been find a great story that I'm passionate about. I can go really rattle on doors. I mean, my first one took me 5 years to make, or till everything came through. I have a good script. I get actors. Get someone who you can get some funding around. With a no-name actor or someone that people don't recognize, it's a lot harder to get finance. All my directors, they're not big-name directors, but they're all talented. And they all have a vision. They all have direction. They all care. They're all gun-ho. They have to have something that you've seen. It can't be someone with no credits at all or nothing that you can show, because it is the show business. So you have to show them something, then you got to have the business aspect of it. But normally with the director, if they have a great vision, they have some kind of work that they've done that you can see a beginning, middle, and end, at least in narrative work, you can get through. You have to work your ass off. Yeah, it takes a lot of, you make your movie or you make your story or you make your short or you make your webisode, you make it all in your pre-production. And a lot of times we don't have that much time, but the more time you do have, the better it just all flows together. It has changed. 5 years ago, I mean, we had a little film, that was in 2009, so that's 7 years ago. We had this little film and it played around in little theaters in Texas, and you could make a ton doing that. Now with the last 2 movies I've done, we've had a LA release. The About Scout had a release in New York and LA and Toronto. But it's still, we're getting paid more. You used to get more in the theater, now you're getting more on VOD with Netflix, with even the European channels, and then you do a TV deal. The distributors, I mean, even the French distributors, they're asking, do you have a social media following? That's something that really didn't make that big of an impact 2-3 years ago. Working on a documentary on Easy Rider. We've been working on it for about a year. It's about the times, it's about the music, it's about the impact, and we want the legacy to survive. It's coming up to its 50th anniversary in 2019, and it's one of the movies that really impassioned me when I was a teenager. If it wasn't for that film, a string of filmmakers, such as Marty Scorsese, George Lucas, it would have been a lot harder for them. You can have your own screenings, like when you have specific groups of people that are like-minded. Like we had our last documentary, Touch the Wall, we had swimmers. And everyone told us, no way you're gonna be able to get swimmers to come to see this. You're not gonna get a distribution. We broke all the records. We did peer screenings. So we got swim groups to get together and get their friends together. That's what we plan to do this, get bikers, get them together and have a party, make it an event, have a good time. And I think that's the key to future filmmaking, at least for the independent filmmaker.
It's just creating an event around it.
Yeah, an experience.
Head out on the highway, looking for adventure.